Today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 money mindsets that have helped me go from lack to abundance. If you don't know a little bit about my life story, I did not grow up with money. I grew up with the absence of money, and as I've gotten older, I am now living my dream life in my New York City apartment, and I'm a full-time content creator, and I would consider myself to be abundant when it comes to my finances, which is something I am really grateful for. And I believe it's something that everyone deserves, especially you. So I'm going to share with you the mindsets that really helped me change the way I thought about money, which have helped me take more aligned action towards my dreams and goals and make more financial wealth for myself. Number 1, what kind of hard do you want? Growing up, I watched my mom struggle. It was hard. I always listened to the conversations we would have around money, and it was tough, having to figure out how we're gonna pay our bills, being evicted multiple times during my childhood, how we're gonna pay for groceries, having to pawn things that we got for holidays so we could pay for our next bills, and how we're gonna get school clothes. It was hard. So I just got comfortable with that hard, and for some reason when I started thinking about how to create wealth for myself, that seemed really hard. Like having to start a job that I had never done before, going to school, learning a trade or a skill. I was like, oh, that seems so hard. But then I realized so is being broke. Being broke is hard, it is tough. But working hard and having a hard life of working for your goals and creating more abundance for yourself, that may be hard, but it will pay off. So look at your situation right now. Is it hard the way you're living? But is it going to pay off? If the answer is no, is there another type of hard work that you could be doing that will pay off and make you feel more abundant and have more financial freedom in the long term? Because I will tell you, I worked really hard to go from where I was to where I am now, but it was worth it. Number 2 is thinking that money is bad. Again, hearing those conversations around money as I was growing up, I was like, oh my gosh, money causes so much struggle. It's so bad, it's evil, it's bad to want money. And then I realized, no, it's not. Money is just, it's paper. It can be used for good or for bad. So if you know in your heart that you're gonna be using it for good things, it's not bad. And I had so much guilt around money as I came into more of it with my job. And I've realized I'm using it for good things. I just recently hired on a manager, and now I hired a video editor who will be editing this video. And because I am now making more money, I'm also able to pay other people to be able to live their dream jobs. And I'm able to give back to you guys. And as I make more money, I'm gonna give back to you guys even more. And I'm gonna help my brothers out, and we're gonna help Noah's parents out and my family out. And we're gonna be able to travel and do all the things that we wanna do. And we deserve those things, and you deserve those things. You deserve it so much. So if you have a lot of guilt or judgment or stress or fear around people who have money, is it because those people use their money for bad things? And do you know that you're gonna be using your money for good? And if so, money can be good. And honestly, financial stress is so hard. It is such a burden. So being able to get rid of that and feel abundant is beautiful, and it is a type of beautiful that you deserve. Number 3, understanding where money comes from. A lot of people often feel, without even realizing it, that because they were not born with money that they cannot have it now. False, false, false. Now, yes, are there people who are born into money who may not have to work as hard for their abundance? True. But does that mean that you aren't deserving of it? No. And again, it may be harder for you to come into wealth. It was hard for me, but what kind of hard do you want? Do you want the hard of sitting at home and watching people live their dream lives and being broke? Or do you want the hard of working really tough at your goals and then making it and getting to look back and say, wow, I did that? Because you can do that. So make a plan for yourself. You can work smarter. What are jobs that you can do? What are things that you can do to create more abundance in your life? And then start going after it. And also, you have to drop the narrative that other people who were born into money, like that jealousy and that spite, is actually going to create a lot of negative energy for you in the universe when it comes to bringing in more income. And you don't want to put out all the bad vibes anyway. So I understand that it's easy to look at someone who has a lot of money and just be upset. But realize that upset towards someone you don't know or someone you may know doesn't affect them, and it does more harm for you and nothing to them. So you've just got to let go of that negative energy and realize that be grateful for what you have and be willing to put in the work, and your time will come. And I promise, when you work hard for it, it's going to feel really good when you get there. And number 5 is developing a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. This is probably the biggest mindset shift that changed my entire life, not just financially. A fixed mindset is something or someone who sees a mistake as failure. Someone who gives up easily, says, oh, I didn't get it this time. I failed. I can't do it. Oh, I didn't achieve my goal first try. It's not gonna work for me. Oh, I did this audition. I didn't get it. This job isn't for me. That's a fixed mindset. A growth mindset sees it as, okay, I made a mistake. I learned from it. I keep going. Okay, I received some criticism. Do I like the criticism? Does it apply to me? Can I just let it go? Or is it something that I can take take and apply and get better. Okay, I didn't do well at this audition, but how can I improve my craft to get even better? Okay, so I'm making a little bit of money, but I want to make more. How can I up level my skills to make more money? Okay, my mindset isn't the best. Instead of being like, oh, whatever, this is just how it is, how can I feel better? How can I think better? A fixed mindset will also look at someone who's successful and feel jealousy or spite or just upset about it. But a growth mindset will see that person that's successful as evidence that it is possible to achieve what you want to achieve. You can see those people that are successful as mentors instead of competition. Number 6, being obsessively attached. When it comes to spending or saving, it is great to know where your money is coming from, how much you have, what you're spending it on, what you need to save for. You know, if you're wanting to travel, but you're spending all your money on designer clothes or too much clothing, can you step back, save for trips? That's totally great and that's normal. Noah and I are people that love to travel, so we try to budget and make sure we're not spending too much on other things so that we can afford the travel we want, because we know what we enjoy spending our money on. We make sure that we're not spending our money on a lot of things that we don't care about in the long term just because they feel good in the moment. That is super helpful, and a little bit of a bonus tip is knowing what is worth it for you to spend your money on. Are there things that feel worth it for 5 minutes, but every single time you buy it, you regret it later? Write that down and take note of it. But are there other things that you feel great every time you spend them on? For us, it's going on date nights or saving for trips. We always feel so good about that, but when I spend a lot of money on clothes or things like that, I'm always like, oh, I don't know if that was worth it. So I do take note of that. However, you don't want to be obsessively attached to your income, like to the point that you're counting every single penny. Now, when you are overly obsessed and attached to your income, you are creating resistance with abundance in the universe. And when you have this like lack feeling in your head, like, oh, I don't have enough money, I need to count every single dollar, like, oh, I want to go get Starbucks. So Dave Ramsey says something. Is that his name? Dave Ramsey? Gordon Ramsay? Dave Ramsey? I don't know his name. Okay. Oh, that guy is like $3 on Starbucks is such a big deal, so I can never have Starbucks again. And if you're creating that kind of obsession, you are first hurting your mental health. You are stressing yourself out, but you're also putting out so much lack into the universe and around you, and you are lowering your vibrations. And what that does is it makes it where you're not noticing the opportunities for more wealth. You're not noticing the aligned action you could be taking. You're not receiving abundance because you are missing out on all the good in life. So it's okay to sometimes just loosen your grip a little bit and enjoy your life. You only have one of them. So if there's something that you've been wanting to buy forever and you have the money for it, it's not going to put you back to a point where you can't pay your bills and you've been wanting it for so long. It's okay sometimes to just enjoy it. It is okay. And I do feel like sometimes that is necessary. There's a book on how to be a badass at making money, or how to be a badass at spending money, or maybe it's just the original How to Be a Badass. She talks a lot about how when she was broke, she was so attached to money, and someone told her, like, just go and buy something that you really want and see how good it feels to spoil yourself every now and then. And when she did that, she said she felt so good that she started to want to work harder to receive more money to be able to enjoy her life. And because of that, she is now, you know, financially abundant. So sometimes we gotta loosen our grip just a little bit and realize resistance creates more resistance. A little bit of gratitude and excitement for life brings more abundance, and more gratitude and more excitement for life. I'd love to know, do you have any money mantras or money mindset shifts that have helped you in your personal life? Leave in the comments down below so we can help each other out. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I love you so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye.